The Phantom of Highway 1. In the spring of 1975, John and Janice Bradley left Vancouver to visit John's brother and his wife, who were living in Kamloops. The decision to go had been made at the last minute, and it was not until after dinner that they finally loaded their suitcases into the trunk of their car and got underway. They tried to find lodgings at Spence's Bridge, but everything was full or closed. Sometime after 1 a.m., with almost no traffic on the road, the couple pressed on. Although they had been on the road more than 3 hours, they were not particularly tired. The view of the glittering night sky in this part of British Columbia kept them awake. John was behind the wheel as they approached the brow of a small hill about halfway between Spence's Bridge and the turnoff to Ashcroft. Along one side of the road, Janice noticed a number of shacks, obviously abandoned. No lights were visible in the windows, the walls leaned crazily in one direction or the other, and on most, the roofs seemed to be falling in. Suddenly, their high beams illuminated the back of a woman walking along the edge of the highway. As they drew closer, John and Janice could see that she was short, with black hair cut bluntly above her shoulders. Janice estimated that she was less than 5 feet tall, which, combined with her straight black hair, made it seem likely that she was of Asian descent. Her clothes, though, did not look like anything John or Janice had seen before. She wore short, dark pants that came down only as far as her calf, and a dark vest over a puffy-sleeved blouse. On her feet she had black leather shoes. Even though it was a beautiful night, it seemed strange to Janice that the woman was out in this lonely spot without a coat. The way she was walking was also unusual. She moved quickly, taking short, mincing steps with her elbows bent and her arms swinging rapidly back and forth. "Pull over closer to the shoulder, John," Janice urged, "and I'll see if she needs help." As John drew up beside the walking woman, Janice rolled down her window. "Excuse me, madam," she began. "Do you need—" The woman jerked her head in their direction. The movement of the head was strange, as though the motion was not altogether human. Her face was white as porcelain and lacked eyebrows, defined by a mouth twisted into a vicious snarl, and eyes so electrifying that Janice was later unable to find words to describe their appearance. The pupils were incredibly large and darker than anything she had ever seen. Both John and Janice were sure that whatever it was they were looking at was not human. John swore, slammed his foot down on the gas pedal, and the car sped away. Janice quickly turned around to look out the rearview window, but no one was there. The woman seemed to have vanished. John did not slow down until he could see the lights of Ashcroft in the distance. "What the hell was that?" he finally said. Janice had no idea. The following day, Janice phoned the Ashcroft detachment of the RCMP to inquire if there had been an accident along that side of the highway. Nothing had been reported to the police. Still unsettled, she asked the clerk whether there were any Asian families living in the area. "No," said the clerk, "not for some time. Once, though," the woman said, "there were a number of Chinese people living on a few farms, but the old dwellings had long been abandoned and were falling down. They could still be seen along the highway."